All right, looks like you can see the wheel. That's good. Somebody's asked me before if I can make a video about setting my pads up. I've never done it because I think everybody's gonna have, a different way that they set up their pads. But what I always do is first I'll get my foot where I know I'm gonna want it, which for me is gonna be my heel right up against the back of it. And I want my front toes to hang over just a little bit. And then I'm going to try to get this part that's going to lock my heel in to go right into this pocket where the boot kind of comes in. And that's going to just lock my heel in really tight. And I know a lot of people don't ride like that, but it's the only way I've ever felt comfortable. And you can see I've already got paint on here from the Grizlas. I definitely recommend doing that so that if you ever crash and your pads pop off, or you want to maybe go like a millimeter or so tighter in any spot, it just gives you like a visual reference and you don't have to have your leg up against it. You can just move down away from the paint a little bit. So let's try to get these Kai pads locked into that spot on the boot first. I'm keeping them kind of pulled away from the Velcro on the wheel, and I'm pushing in really hard to my foot, and I'm going to try to press down on the top of the pad first so that I kind of and I'm pushing down against my foot on the front and then into this cup in the heel. And now I'm going to push the top pad, top of that side pad, down into the Velcro and try to get my foot out. And I've got that top, those 2 points were locked, so I know they're in the right spot. And then I can just come in and press in on the rest of it. So with the links, it's a bit of a shame that these are not just flush with the battery cases. But yeah, you can see right here, I'm not getting full contact with my Velcro, just on the very edge. But I'm fine with that since the Kai pads are a one piece. And when I'm pulling on this, it's just going to be pulling on all this. I'm never going to have force going this way that's going to pry it off of that. So I've got the Grizlas on the other side, I've got the Kai pads on this side. Let me just make sure that they feel sort of equal. And so, I mean, that's feeling kind of good. I would want, I really want my front pad to be down more. You can see the paint from the Grizla pad, how low that is. That is the one drawback about the Kai pads being the one piece, is you can't really, I mean, you can split them if you want to, but I think they work better if you don't. It's just trying to get that right combination of, because I mean, I kind of need to keep this where it is, but I need this to go down more. It doesn't feel so bad, but I also like when my toes can't lift up either. And that's kind of why I haven't been riding the Kai pads in a while. And that's why these ones have been on all the wheels recently. But that is how I set up my pads. I'll do another video with the Grizla. It's kind of cheating if I do it right now because I already have the paint on there. But I can show you, it's the same process really. I'm going to start with my heel or my back pad. I'm going to get my foot on my pedal where I know it is gonna be, where it always ends up. That right up against there. And then I'm gonna shove the Grizla pad into my heel. And actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move my foot more forward on my pedal than I think it should be, because that way when the pressure hits it, it'll push it back into where I want it to be. That's actually looking pretty good. A little bit lower than I had it before. But I think this paint's from before I had the new pedals on. And then once I have, in these two pieces, once I have the back set up, I'm gonna kind of put the ball of my foot on the pedal and try to like really drive, not just like set my foot there, but try to like use the pedal to wedge it in there. And then I'll come get my front pad. And then I'm gonna get it real close to my foot, set it right on there. And then I just kind of know my angle of the top, but it's getting that front locked in is super important. And yeah, that lines up. Like I said, it's kind of almost cheating. I don't know if the paint was there, or if the paint wasn't there, if I would get it right there, but it looks like the front end up right where my paint was, and the rear's down a little further. Last time I was riding, my feet were coming out a little bit, so I think the rear foot down a little more is actually what I need. I'm just gonna do that over here, using the paint as the reference. I can see I went down, you know, about a pinky's worth, but my front is still lined up. So I'm just gonna do that on the back of this one, because I like the way that felt over there. Yeah, this is all gonna be basically the same, just down about a pinky. And we'll try that. All right. So yeah, everyone sets up their pads different, but that's how I always do mine.